places.
Hello to you. Donnie here. How many so-called people will be playing? All by your Lone Star? No problem. First off, let's get your name. Fantastic. Now listen up for your instructionals. Questions will ameliorize before you. Select the... Oh, you got your panties in a bag? Start the game!
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
All right, here goes nothing. Right off the bat, I can't feel my potatoes. Oh, I love Pringles. You know what their slogan says? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's so true. If once you popped, you couldn't stop, and you decided to enter a 12-step program at Pringleholics Anonymous, what would be the first step? Weaning yourself away from The first step of the 12-step program, as created by AA, is admitting you have a problem and are powerless to your addiction. For the record, I certainly don't have a Pringle problem. I only eat them at parties and nightclub bathrooms and in bed while watching old episodes of Love Connection. It's time for Make This Your Main Profile Question? Who would most likely use the famous surgeon's photograph as their main profile pic on Facebook? Albert Einstein. The famous photograph of Nessie poking her head out of the water is known as the surgeon's photograph because it was supposedly taken by a doctor. And since then, the photo has indeed proven to be doctored. By the way, Nessie enjoys water skiing, long walks on the beach at night, and playing Mafia Wars. Oh, and she's a diehard Christian. Pucker up for Who Be You? Which arrangement of B words fills in the following blanks? Blank movie, blank Arthur, blank cool, Sloop John blank. BBBB, 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 or BBBB. B movie, B Arthur, B cool, the 2005 movie starring John Travolta, and Sloop John B, the Beach Boys song. Hey Beach Boys, BB. One thing I'm very proud of is that I got straight B's in college, cause hepatitis C is the bad one, right? Everybody quattro, hey! May I introduce Vegetable? Which VeggieTales character would be classified as having an ectomorph body type? Bob the Tomato, Archibald Asparagus. Ectomorphs have thin, narrow chests and abdomens. Which is too skinny if you ask me. Personally, I prefer something with a little meat on its bones. Or any meat. Or bones. Like chicken wings. I'm hungry. Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah. Here's one I like to call Yo-Ho Ow! And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of ab exercise, part of a pirate ship, or both. If it's an ab exercise, press the number 1. If it's part of a pirate ship, press the number 2. And if you think it's both, press the number 3. Each one right gets you $300. But each one wrong totally screws up your back. You've got 30 seconds. Ready? Let's go. Flank, captain, plank, ball bridge, keel, cable chops, foreboom. Well, you didn't find the hidden treasure, but you didn't lose an eye. Of course, the easiest exercise for a pirate to do is the amputated leg lift. That's the end of round 1. And you should be very proud of that score, because I'm not. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And hint, hint, our wrong answer of the game is still out there waiting to be picked. Let's keep going. And on its way, I Can't Quit You movie franchise. Suppose they make a sequel to Brokeback Mountain set on the second tallest mountain in the world. What might it be called? Brokeback K2? Brokeback Mountain? The mountain known as K2 on the border of Pakistan and China is the second tallest mountain in the world after Mount Everest. Personally, I prefer Brokeback Mountain, the remount. Up next, my accountant's a real joker. Why might an accountant use a Heath ledger? To keep track of his nerves, to keep track of his livestock, to keep track of his fire... Accountants use ledgers to keep track of things, like heath, a kind of shrubbery. And after a full day of shrubbery accounting, I'm sure he's pretty bushed.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
I call this one, American literature is garbage. Okay, somebody sent in somebody's trash.
Looking through your trash bag, what's it say about you? Funky trash.
All right. This steaming pile of trash smells literary. Let's see what we can find. There's an ambulance driver's license from World War I, some Cuban cigar butts, and an empty bottle of foot cream specifically designed for 6-toed cats. What famous author does this trash belong to? John Steinbeck, Ernest Hemingway, or Toni Morrison? Ernest Hemingway was a volunteer ambulance driver in World War I, spent 20 years living in Cuba, and owned a collection of 6-toed cats known as Hemingway cats. Let's see what else Hemingway threw out. Oh, what's this? A Farewell to Arms 2, Armless and Lovin' It. Jeez, I'll just put that back in the garbage.
Strolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me, if I die.
Let's try. I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory, table for 2.9 at Red Robin, table for 3.2 at Denny's, or table for 3.5 at Cracker Barrel. Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory. You're wrong! Wow, that was a lot more fun than a barrel of crackers. And speaking of barrels, you want a designer barrel courtesy of our sponsor, Fashion Barrel Barrelware. You're going to like the way you look. In a barrel, I guarantee it. In a barrel. This wrong answer of the game comes with a bundle of cash worth $8,000. Congratulations.
Hold me, never let me go. Am I dreaming? Question time.
Coming up next, fries or tater tots? Hey, did you know King Tut was just 9 years old when he became Pharaoh of Egypt? Probably still read the Egyptian funny papers every day. Considering which animal the Egyptians worshipped, which ancient comic strip character would King Tut have enjoyed the most? Garfield Hotep? The ancient Egyptians were known to revere and worship cats, like Garfield and Garfield Hotep. And they hated Mondays. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues... Oh, I'll just shut my mouth then. Here's your clue. A banana by any other name would smell as banana-y. Perhaps you know these foods by their aliases. Good luck. There you have it! Wow, for that performance, you've won a milkshake, otherwise known as an artificially flavored concoction of bovine mammary secretions and pus. Enjoy!
You don't know Jack!
That's a wrap. Donnie, what's happening?
All right then, have you any tinkling for jumping back into the proceedings?
Bowling. Why ruin such a primal sport by gingerly putting your fingers through the ball like a dainty little schoolgirl? Introducing fistable bowling equipment for the dude who takes on the world knuckles first. We customize all of our balls, bags, and shoes so they fit your fist perfectly, and you can get right down to the business of punching out a game.
Wow, nice frame, mister.
Out of my way!
Ow.
Fistable Bowling Equipment Incorporated. When life gives you a 7-10 split, punch it hard.